Okay, last but not least, we need to export our file here. We need to create a file that you guys could upload to YouTube. I would not suggest it. This is purely a educational endeavor. But what much like Photoshop, where we save out JPEGs, or InDesign, where we save out PDFs, or Illustrator, we can save out PDFs or JPEGs or EPS vector files. Premiere Pro can do the same thing. We've got our source file, right? This is the file you're using to edit and update and make changes to, but then you can save out a version that you can send to your grandma or your buddy, or upload to YouTube. So what I want to show you is the export control. So Premiere Pro, go File, Export, and under Export, also you need to be kind of clicked. You don't want to have one thing selected. Just select off of everything. Make sure nothing is selected here. Go File, Export, Media, right here. Okay, so this is where you could potentially edit your video down to something tiny if you just want to export 3 seconds here. But we're going to open this, keep this open all the way, and oops, drag that open. And we're going to export the whole thing, but we're going to set some options here, some export settings. So the format, or codec, which is another word kind of for format, your format needs to be H.264, H.264. This is YouTube's codec, C-O-D-E-C, codec. And this allows YouTube to read the video really fast and manipulate it and do what it needs to do for all the various types of devices that are being used to view YouTube. So whenever you watch a YouTube video and the quality is really low, and then later in the video the quality cranks up and then it's 1080, it's really HD, I guess, or 4K if you're watching some crazy stuff. What that is all of that is kind of coming from the way that file was saved. And if you save it as a H.264 codec, YouTube will play nicely with it. So select it as H.264. There's a ton of other ones here. They might be used for certain types of initiatives for video work. But in general, if you're ever in doubt, just do H.264 and you probably will be just fine. Again, this isn't really my wheelhouse here, but I have had a lot of experience with saving stuff for YouTube, and this is the best way to do it. So set your presets at match source to it's going to match the source. So the bit rate is going to match the source that it came from. One thing you need to do is click into output name and actually give this a new name, and this is going to tell you where you're going to save your document. So I'm going to save it into this full review folder. So remember, you got at the beginning I asked you to create an asset folder to put your audio and video assets, and then a full review folder into your project folder, and this is going to be where we save out our MP4, which is our final version here to review. So let's give it a title. Let's say Get Outside. Let's just leave it at that. Get Outside. So the file format, your only option here is MP4 whenever you go H.264, I think. So rename it, put it in the full review folder, and go save, and now it's going to have that as our name. We're going to export both the video and the audio. Oops, sorry. So make sure both are selected. If not, you'll get just one or the other. So make sure they're both selected. They should be both selected by default. And really, you can peruse all of these options down here, but I would suggest you not really touch too much. You don't really need to adjust any of that based on what we're doing here. Okay, so there's a piece called the Media Encoder, and that's Adobe's kind of powerful encoder tool, but we're actually not going to use that for this. We're just going to go export. So just press, if you've got all this stuff selected, H.264, you got your name and the location that you want, audio and video, the whole timeline is open here. Go export, and this is going to start to create your MP4. The encoder is really handy whenever you have multiple videos going. So sometimes I'll be working on a big video project and have like 4 different edits coming together. And what I'll do is get one ready and send it to the encoder, and get the second one ready and send it to the encoder, get the third one ready, get the fourth one ready, and send them all. And then in one fell swoop, I'll go through and the encoder will grab all those videos and save out the versions, the various versions that I want to create. Okay, there we go. So here is, oops, where are you? Oh, goodness, hang on. Where are you at? Premiere Pro. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Okay, I'm going to go to the desktop. Here is my for review folder. Here is your, this is, by the way, this is your Premiere Pro file. These 2 folders right here are the files that Premiere Pro creates, and you do not need to delete them. They are kind of used as working files for the master file here, the Premiere Pro file. But inside the for review, we should see our MP4. You can see it's 46 seconds, it's 56.9 meg. So I'm going to hit spacebar and let's watch one final time our video. All right, that's great, guys. Okay, thank you for playing around. I like how Premiere Pro allows us to kind of throw together all these random elements. And the fun thing about editing is that anybody, once you start playing with it, you could edit those 4 clips together in a completely different way than I just did, and it would be equally awesome. You know, you might start with this and go to the outside, and then go to the desk, and then go to the beach, or vice versa, flip it all around. That's the fun part of playing with this timeline. But once you get ready, do a file save, and then close project. So this is going to close kind of Premiere Pro, close the project for you. You could close this, go home, open, whenever you're ready to open it back up, you're going to navigate to this file and double click it. And this is going to pull open your timeline. Over here on the left, we see our video effects and audio effects. And then if you go up here, arrow, go to the project folder, you can see all of the assets that we pulled in. So again, instead of just going close, you got to do close project for Premiere Pro. Okay, thanks guys.